All right, good morning and welcome back to day 2 of this large undertaking of trying to get this pad ready for my 50 by 100 garage. So yesterday we spent like 6.5 hours on the dozer stripping the topsoil off and piling it over there. We did a test run with the roller. Not 100% convinced that it's the best unit. It doesn't seem to have much power driving forward and backwards. I don't know if that's like a clogged hydraulic filter, if that's the wrong hydraulic oil in it. So once it heats up, its viscosity changes too much, or if it's like a bad pressure relief valve, or just, I don't know, there could be a handful of things. So we'll have to investigate that at some point, but hopefully it works enough for us to compact the material. Then last night we hopped in the excavator and we started digging into our cut. And I mean, we found literally like the perfect material to use for a fill. It is just filled with red shale, and that's gonna pack down really nicely. You can see there's still pockets of it here, but I think to start off the morning here, we're gonna fire up the machines, get some grease in them, let them warm up a little bit because it is about 32 degrees out, and then I might use the dozer to start moving some of these piles, and then we can hop back in the excavator and dig some more over to our stake. Don't want to get too far ahead of myself today. They are calling for some rain either this evening or even possibly snow tomorrow. So I'd like to do, whatever I get moved as a lift, I'd like to get that all sealed with the roller, and kind of leave this area cleaned up in case we do, get rain or substantial snow where I can't get back to this, for a few days. So, all right, let's get these machines warmed up and greased, and then we'll get back to moving dirt. All right, guys, I just stopped to put some more gas in the dozer and clean the points. I actually keep piece of sandpaper in my pocket when I'm running this thing for long periods of time, because periodically the points will get a little bit dirty and it'll start losing some of its power. So I just give it a quick dusting, clean it up, and away we go. But this is looking so much better already. It's starting to look like something. So I'm gonna move this last pile and then we'll have to cut some more. All right, guys, we got the whole pile that I had available here spread out. And now I'm going to break out the transit, kind of take some measurements, see how bad we are. I'm thinking if I use this area over here as like my base height, that would tell me that I have high spot through here that I can shave off and work down downhill here. And then anyway, the transit will give us information to let us know how much more fill we need and where we need it. And then we'll strip some of the topsoil off here and keep digging into this fill or this cut to get the material that we need for our fill. So let's get out the transit and take some measurements. All right, we are back today. It's been a few days since we've worked on the pad for the garage here. The weather has not really been cooperating. I had 2 machine breakdowns, so the dozer's back up and running good. I was able to move some topsoil the other day, nothing really fancy with that. My roller's still currently down. A brand new hydraulic pump's on the way, so there will be a separate video of me working on that, but you will be seeing that used here at some point. So right now, I'm just letting the machine warm up, but I have some fill that I excavated here in piles. A couple days ago, it was the top 8 inches of it was frozen solid because it had been below freezing for a couple, or below 0 for a couple days here. So I think it should be thawed out enough now. I'm going to use my dozer, spread out a couple of these piles. So this way, hopefully in the next couple days when I get the hydraulic pump in, I'll be ready to roll it out and seal it in. And this weekend looks like it's going to be pretty good weather, so I can start excavating some more fill materials out of my cut. At this point, the cut's pretty deep. I have over excavated a little bit, chasing this red shale material. So there will be a little bit of a backfilling process at some point, but the main focus at this point is to get this entire building pad area level. So we still got to come up like 30 inches over there. I think we're only, I don't know, 24 inches over here, but that's still a lot of material for a 50 by 100 area. So let's get the dozer over here in the cut and start pushing material. girlfriend running the dozer for the first time ever. Got my sister's boyfriend in the excavator stripping topsoil for us, so we're just out here making a mess in the mud. you can see, we got the dozer and the excavator running behind us here. Just wanted to show you guys. So far, we've made a big cut. We're still cutting into it. The only spot we haven't touched yet is basically my little road that I have getting over to the shipping container, but it won't be long and we'll be into that. We've been pushing all the dirt out this way, and we just put in some grade stakes. Now, just to give you guys an idea, from where the transit sits, the ground right below the tripod, to this corner of the building here, we have to be all the way to the top of this stake. It is like 42 inches of material we got to get over here to this corner, so it's a big fill. As you go that way, it's not quite as large. It's still like 35 inches, but it's a lot of work, especially for only a 10-ton excavator and a 1963 John Deere 440 dozer. But I just wanted to show you guys, I don't know if I did a very good job at capturing the amount of tree work and brush removal I did, but this entire rock wall here had trees scattered along it. You can tell by the stumps. And then this whole bankside was filled with thick brush. Giant brush and treetop pile down there, giant treetop pile over there. We got logs down there stacked, logs over there stacked. I mean, we've done a lot of work to get to this point in the project, but we still have a long ways to go. So it's pretty cool that I am able to videotape this to see, the progress that's being made here, but we're gonna keep after it, even if it does take us a few weeks to do it on our own, and we'll get her all done. With how cold it's been lately, the topsoil came off in frozen chunks. That's what Mary here is moving. And then we got Buddy over here excavating the good fill material. It's scattered with a bunch of red shale. Makes for a good base. All right, so we're finally having a break in the weather. It melted some of the snow and some of the stuff is dried up or kind of frozen for me. So we're back here today to work on the garage building pad. It's been slow go these last few weeks between things going on with work and the weather, but I have the transit out today. What I want to do is, instead of continuing to dig out of the bank side here, I want to just actually first start off by using the transit to see kind of how far away we are. I know that by the time I put down the foam board and the PEX and then the concrete, that's going to gain me about 8 inches. So what my thought was is, if I come out here to where the front of the building's going to be, I can go down 8 inches from where I'm at now, and then this way down the road, once the garage is in and the concrete's in, I don't have to build up this area behind me so high with, you know, modified. The benefit of that too is any of the dirt, you know, lowering the front by 8 inches obviously lowers the back of the pad as well. And right now in spots I'm probably within, you know, 8 to 12 inches. So by lowering the front, it should dramatically improve how much material I can put towards the back of this pad. And then at that point, if I need any more material, I can continue to excavate into the side bank there. So I got the transit set up. I'm gonna get the excavator over here. I'm gonna find, you know, where I want to be, and then from there I'm just gonna, you know, basically make the entire length so I know like where to be. And I might even switch over to the Dozer once I do that. But let's get started. Well, now we're down to where we need to be. I'm just gonna try to follow that straight through both directions so I know kind of where I need to be. And then maybe I'll pull material back this way with my excavator some before I switch over to the Dozer. All right, so unfortunately when my camera just dropped there in the wind, it actually sheared the tripod into multiple pieces. So fortunately I didn't break the camera, but I no longer have a tripod at the moment. So I just went ahead and I dug this out. I used the excavator, checked as I went, kind of see where I was at. At this point, you know, I'm gonna probably fire up the Dozer if it wants to fire up. It's been pretty cold, so it might take a minute to get it running, but I'll let that warm up and then just grade some of this dirt out, push it towards the back of the pad. Yeah, go from there. I like to get these piles at least graded out. I mean, I don't know how crazy I'm gonna go with it right now, but I know later in the week there's definitely forecasts for more rain, so I'd like to just get these piles pushed out so I don't have to worry about, you know, the weather.